You're listening to Where You Live with Gene and Tony.
We're back. This is Where You Live with Gene and Tony, broadcasting from the Concierge Landscape Studios, brought to you by Extreme Exteriors and American Family Insurance, the Kim Bennett Agency. In our last segment here, it is time now for a message from the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association. The MHA Minute is brought to you by Pest Control Services. When you need an exterminator, you want someone reliable and effective, give Greg Keener a call at 952-894-9748. Pest Control Services is a proud member of Angie's List and a member of the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association. Pest Control Services, 958-894-9748. Tell Greg that Gene and Tony sent you.
When you rent out your home, you automatically become a small business owner and are subject to all kinds of rules and regulations. Fair housing laws, rental licensing, CRPs, lead paint, radon, carbon dioxide, just to name a few. As someone who provides rental housing, you'll have to learn more about your community, your city council, and your law enforcement agencies than you ever imagined. But if you properly manage your business, you'll also become an important and positive partner in the community. The Minnesota Multi-Housing Association is the most comprehensive resource you'll find for everything you need to help you successfully manage your rental business. Visit mmha.com. That's two M's, mmha.com. Look around the website, download the free guide to successful property management, download the free brochure about the eviction process, and learn about the many ways you can turn your small business into a good business.
Hey, folks, remember the next two following Saturdays, Where You Live will be broadcasting at a regular time, Saturdays at 10, but it'll be out at the great get-together, the Minnesota State Fair. In addition, the entire week of the fair itself, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m., we will be having a special broadcast of Where You Live each and every evening during drive home time. So that's something you will not want to miss. Let's get into our last story, and this is coming out of New York. It's entitled For Whom the Bill Tolls. A homeowner association is suing AT&T for 18 years' worth of electricity usage. What the story is here, there is a homeowners association called the Lenore Condominiums, and they are quick to tell you that they've got some very famous people living at the Lenore. Actor Samuel L. Jackson, former Morgan Stanley CEO John Mack. They're really quick to want to kind of be hoity-toity and tell you all the important people. Well, you know, before the story here today, I thought I would go back to our accounting department. And I said, do we have names of famous people that live in our associations? And we do. Now, these aren't the actual celebrities, but we have quite a few celebrity names in our associations. We have a Michael Jackson. We have two Dick Clarks. One Michael Vick, a Linda Carter, a Dustin Hoffman, James Brown, and a Bobby Brown, all living in associations managed by New Concepts. So, Lenore, you're not the only ones that have got important names on your list. But what's the issue here, folks? Apparently, a lot of you, if you've lived, are living in a condominium, know that it is not uncommon for utility companies, especially cell phone companies, to approach you, especially if you're a high-rise, and talk to you about putting one of their cell towers on the top. And what they'll do is they will negotiate a long-term lease. And this is exactly what happened here for the Lenore condominiums. They saw this as a win-win. That space that can't be used for anything else. And so they ended up entering into a lease with AT&T. The problem is, as is always the case, the devil is in the details, and somebody was not paying attention to some of the details. According to the lease agreement, and this is by the association's attorney, AT&T is required to establish a direct meter to the electric utility company so that they could pay for the electrical usage that this cell tower was using. During the time of it being built, because there wasn't a meter already in place, there was permission for AT&T to use the association's electricity. And I think you know where we're going with this. Well, what ended up happening is nobody followed through on the details, and now we have 18 years later, the association was going through something else very innocuous. They were doing an energy audit conducted at the association this last summer. All of a sudden, they began and realized that their tenant, AT&T, had failed to set up this meter, and so electrical usage over the last 18 years was being paid by the association. That amount for 18 years of electrical use, $750,000, $750,000. You know, that's a lot of money. You start talking about $100,000 here, $100,000 there. Pretty soon you're talking real money, aren't you? And anyway, so now the association came back to AT&T and they said, hey, wait a minute, under the terms of the lease, you should have been taking care of this. So they began instantly by billing out the AT&T, their tenant, for the electrical usage. AT&T, what are they doing now? Well, as a result, they have their attorney who is involved, and that's the way both sides are only talking to each other, through their attorneys. And they're paying the bills that are current and going back for a few months, but they're trying to resolve this claim by not paying everything. AT&T has now offered to reimburse the association a much smaller amount than the 18 years. They want to go back only 6 years. The attorney for AT&T, when asked about this, he argues, and he said, we believe that according to the state statute, he said that they only need to go back 6 years because the state statute of limitations on breach of contract lawsuits is 6 years. So they're only going to pay 6 years worth. The association's attorney said, we believe this was intentionally concealed from us by AT&T, and the lawsuit alleges not only breach of contract, but also fraud and unjust enrichment, which would not bind us to a 6-year statute of limitations. What do you think about this? Who do you think should be responsible? You know, when you're talking about what a person needs to do nowadays, there are two things when you're talking about moral authority here. Some people, I think, want to take a look at state statute and law, which is trying to in their intent to encapsulate the spirit of the law, as said, back 6 years. But you have to take a look and ask the question, is that the right thing to do? If you agreed to 18 years, shouldn't you have to pay 18 years? The fact that you would only go back 6 years because the state, that's all the state's going to make you to do. Isn't there a point where someone will say, but the right thing to do is the right thing? And in that case would be paying all entire 18 years. And to try and come up with a plan with working out with the association to try and pay that back. When we've covered other stories in the past about associations that don't get bills from the municipality on water bills, I know that we're talking about associations that have been asking the city or municipality, can't we have so many years to pay this back? It's not, well, we're just going to pay a part of it because that's all we think we have to do. Where in today's discourse are we going to talk about doing the right thing here? The right thing, I think, would be for AT&T to try and step up and to pay all 18 years. Now, albeit $750,000 is a lot of money and would not necessarily be something that could be paid back right away. It's something that you would think both parties could come to an agreement. My hope is that is exactly what will take place. Last thing I wonder about all of this is where the managing agent was at the end of the article. Apparently, the property manager who was in charge of all of this ended up leaving the company he was working with, and so I guess nobody knew the details when the new manager stepped in. So as we continue to take a look at this in the future months, I would not be surprised to hear that the management company might have some responsibility as well. Well, hey, that's all the time we've got for today's show. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to join us next Saturday at the State Fair at 10 here on AM 1280, The Patriot. Have a great weekend.